good evening and Merry Christmas. I hope everyone is doing fantastic this Christmas Eve. The waiting is almost over, guys, and we have been waiting and waiting probably for lots of different things. I know that I've talked to many of you, and you guys have been waiting for, time off. Anybody? Raise your hand for some time off, some deserved time off. Anybody been waiting to get that one specific food dish that you've been really looking forward to? Anybody? No one. Okay, it's just me. Great. Anybody been waiting for family time? Yeah? Anybody been waiting for family to leave? No? Okay, no one's going to admit to that. We've been waiting for lots of different things. I'm thinking about our students, our high schoolers and our little ones and our college students for school to be done and grades to come in and travel. That gift finally to be delivered, waiting to open presents. And I know some of you, you're just kind of waiting for it to all be over because of so much of the hustle and bustle. So waiting accompanies things that we are looking forward to arrive. And the word Advent, this Advent season, means arrival. Okay? And so this Christmas Advent season is a beautiful blend of both of these themes, waiting and arrival. Because before Jesus' birth, the world waited and waited and waited for the Messiah to be born. And then at Jesus' birth, at his arrival, he brought life-changing realities to the world, to us, so that we could fully benefit. And we have talked about these represented in these candles. We talked about the very first week how Jesus brought hope. Not just temporary hope, but everlasting hope that we can cling on to. And then the next week we looked at how he brings us peace. True rest and peace that we all so long for and so try to find. And then this past Sunday, 2 weeks ago, I guess, we looked at love and how he is the full embodiment of love. And he brought that with us in his birth. And just a couple days ago now, we looked at joy and how he is the source, even though we're so tempted to look at anything else in life, those temporary things, the things that might give us some happiness in the moment, but in the end, they're not fulfilling. Only he offers us that total, complete joy. And so tonight, we're actually lighting the final candle that just represents Jesus himself. Some call this the Christ candle, and what his arrival means for humanity. Isaiah 9, verse 2 tells us in the Old Testament that the people walking in darkness have seen a great light. A light has dawned on those living in the land of darkness. Now, this darkness theme here represents a life separated from God. Because apart from God, we don't know what true life is. And guys, we try harder and harder to figure it out. All of us, that's all of our stories. Before we gave our life to Christ, we tried to figure it out on our own. But only Jesus offers us the one true way out of the darkness. John 8, verse 12, Jesus himself said, I am the light of the world. Anyone who follows me will never walk in the darkness, but will have the light of life. With it being darker and darker right now, I think we just hit winter solstice on the 21st, and so it's gonna start to inch, get a little bit brighter and brighter each day. But I often will see at nighttime around Lawrence, those nighttime runners and cyclists. And you know how I can see them? Because they're like a running neon sign. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those people. They've got like neon lights strapped to their wheels and everything like that. What are they trying to do? Maybe they're trying to show off their LED-ness. I don't know. But my guess is in part they're trying not to get hit by something because it is dark outside. If you were driving your vehicle and leaving this evening or traveling somewhere tonight, and your headlights were off, what would happen? You'd get pulled over, okay? You'd probably get a ticket from the police. Why is that a reality? It's because it's dangerous to travel in the darkness without help from light. It's even built into the fabric of our very culture that you can't drive at night without your lights. And guys, we try over and over to find light in the spiritual darkness of our lives. But hear the good news. Jesus is the one and only light. John 1 says, in him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and yet the darkness did not overcome it. Jesus conquered sin and death, so darkness no longer has any power over anyone that has put their faith and their trust in him. So in the most important question of life, the waiting is actually over. Jesus is the answer. And you might be wondering, well, what's the most important question in life? Ask anyone you want, and Jesus is going to be the answer. Those core, deep things that we wrestle with, Jesus is the answer. So now, the only thing that we're waiting for is just Jesus to return, as he promised, when he will right every wrong, perfectly judge every person, and establish his kingdom that will reign for the rest of eternity. And those in him, those that share his light, will be joined with him, not because you did anything to earn it, okay? But simply because you believed and your life shined bright like him. So this Advent season, we rejoice in the arrival of Jesus so many years ago while we can for his return. That's why we gather every single Sunday. And we sing truths about who Jesus is and what he's done in our lives, and we want to respond. But we also wait with anticipation because he has called us to be his people, to shine bright for him as free people no longer lost in the darkness. Now, I want to invite all of our kids to come up and join me on stage. So parents, if you have any little ones, would you have them join me up here? This is going to get interesting. I know that. All right, if kids, come on and join me. Yeah, come on up here. I don't want to say I have a present for you, but I do. Whatever works, okay? Come on up, guys. Grab a seat. Grab a seat right here. You can look right at me. Hey, buddy, Merry Christmas. Oh, perfect. Okay, don't pull that table down. Okay, whew, all right. Well, hey, guys. Let me check this microphone, make sure this is nice and working. You gonna come up here too? Come on up here. Is this on? Check, 1, 2. There we go. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Hey, thank you for coming up. Let me just start by saying, Merry Christmas. Okay, let me teach you a little something about life. When someone says Merry Christmas, you can respond to them and say, Merry Christmas too. But you don't have to. I know we're all nervous, okay? I'm gonna try it one more time. Merry Christmas! Thanks. Okay, I do have a question for you. How many of you are scared of the dark? Raise your hand. You can be honest. Yeah. The dark is scary, okay? Anybody else? Are you scared of the dark? Yeah? Yeah? What do you think of when it's dark? Anybody want to answer? I've got a microphone, I know. Okay, let's ask this question. What do you love about light? So if you are a little nervous in the dark, what's something that you love about light? Someone answer. I've got a mic. I can see it in you.
See?
You can see. How many of you love to see? Me too. I love to see. Do you like to see? Yep. Yep, right there. Love to see that Christmas tree. I love it. Anybody else want to tell me what you love about light? What do you love about light?
I don't know.
What if it was totally dark in this room right now?
I couldn't see anything.
You couldn't see anything. Yeah. So is there something that you like about light?
Like she said, you can see.
You can see. So why do you like to see stuff?
So that you don't trip over something?
That is great. You don't trip over something. Anybody else want to tell me why you like to see? What about you? No? You want to tell me?
So you can do stuff.
So you can do stuff. What's stuff that you like to do that you can see? Here, you can hold it.
Puzzles.
Puzzles. Yep. I'm going to just lean into this life metaphor. Isn't life like a puzzle? You know, we get to see. We didn't plan on this, I promise, okay? Well, guys, can anyone tell me how we might be able to live our life like Jesus so we can shine bright for other people to see? How can we live our life like Jesus? What are some examples? No? Do you want to answer? Go ahead. Oh, you had something. You have an answer? How can we live like Jesus? Don't overthink it.
I don't know.
Should we be mean to people?
No.
You got an answer? No? That's okay. Well, I want to tell you guys, I want to encourage you that we can live our life like Jesus by being kind to one another. You know, how many of you have a brother or a sister? Raise your hand. Yep. Do you think Jesus wants you to be mean to your brother or sister? No. Probably wants you to be nice. That's one way. Another way is you can obey your mom and dad. Parents, can I get an amen? Yeah, okay. We can be nice to our friends at school and teachers, and we can love people who need help. There's lots of different ways that we can love and shine bright like Jesus. You guys, look at those candles behind you. Do you see those candles? You're going to get to maybe, I see one candle in your hand right now. Tonight, you're probably going to get to hold a candle or help hold a candle with your mom or dad or brother or sister. And I want you to remember that as that light shines, that's the same way we're supposed to live our life to help other people see in the darkness as well.